The world famous Murda Mook, he went out there to Detroit, represented for Harlem, so I had no choice but to bring him on. Tell him who you are and where you from real quick, big bro.
Murda Mook, the easy man. Harlem, 116th, Manhattan Avenue, Money Ave. That's where I'm from.
All right, so make sure you subscribe at Mecca Audio TV, Unique Mecca Audio Prison Stories, and Unique Mecca Audio. Let's get this thing popping. My man Lou Sims QR code on his front. Let's go hit the QR code and represent the book. All right. So you know what it is. I got Murda Mook here, man. Let's give him a round of applause. All right, let's give him a round of applause. Y'all, I got my own personal, unique questions for you, man. Where you from, and who are you? This brother rolled up on me, and I'm gonna let him tell how that happened. But he rolled up on me, and he was so authentic, the same way I would do it to my elders. And they don't do that no more today, So tell them how we met that night when you did that joint that I'll be playing.
We met that night to my man Black. Shout out Black. I was in tune with you for like about a year. You know what I mean? And this is before anybody ever even, you know what I'm saying, like, put the connection together. Mm-hmm. I just, being on YouTube, I stumbled across it, and I looked at you, and I was like, yo, he remind me of my family members. Like, he remind me of the men that used to tell me about things and would always put information in my head. And so I started watching you, and when I was watching you, I was just like, yo, everything you said, it resonated to me. It made me feel like, damn, man, like I felt like you cared. I felt like you gave a fuck. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. I felt like you cared about the youth and what was going up, and I felt like you really wanted. A lot of people, they come home and they come out and they feel they give me a feeling like it's a facade. When I was listening and then I looked into your eyes, quote unquote, what you were saying made me feel like, yo, he really care about if we live or die. And so I was on to you before, we even was associated with the same individuals. Mm-hmm. I'm from 116th Street, Manhattan Avenue. 116th, 117th Manhattan Avenue. My uncle Donnell, you know what I'm saying? God bless, he's still running, he's still around. He did what he did his time. He came home. My father, get country, Uncle John. I'm part of the Singletons. And when I just saw that, it was familiar to me. Mm-hmm. It was just so familiar. So I'm like, yo, I want to meet this guy. You know what I mean? That's mm-hmm. what I felt like. I want to meet this guy. And saying I wanted to meet you was because I wanted to learn. Like, I wanted to learn. Like, I'm like, yo, I wanted to see if you really was like a person that was for what you were saying you was for. Mm. And when I looked into your eyes, that's what I felt like. Mm. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really deal with individuals like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool, it's high, it's by, but I don't really feel dudes. You know what I'm saying? I felt you. You know what I mean? I felt you. And like I told you before, you make me want to be like, yo, yeah, like I don't want to deal with nothing that's gonna put us in the, especially with the technology that's going on around now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you was in an era where it wasn't none of these screens and none of these cameras and none of that. You know what I'm saying? So you made me feel like, yo, everything was super authentic, man. Everything was super authentic, and you made me be like, yo, listen, I'm gonna figure out a way. It don't even matter what it is. It's gonna be a straightforward way. You know what I mean? And you, cause you came home and made it a straightforward way.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody could ever say, I gotta do this to get that. Nobody could say that. Cause when you came home, you showed a path. You know what I mean? And I'm respectful and grateful for that. Bottom line.
And it's my pleasure to be sitting here with you today because when I started the YouTube, my main mission was to reach the youngest audience. I'm talking about 14, 15, but of course YouTube make you put that this video is not for kids and things like that. But to meet people in their 20s was my goal. And then I realized that there was people in their 30s and 40s also that was deprived of being around men, like us, like me, Lou, Kevin Childs, Sea Dog from California, Booby from Miami, JR from Chicago. A lot of y'all in Chicago might not even know who JR is, but that's official GD. If I'm not mistaken, I'm never really into the gang things. I'm gonna keep it 100. But he was either GD or Vice Law. But I'm 99% sure he was a GD. But I saw what Chicago gang banging looked like. And from being around so many people from different areas and meeting so many different youth from different areas that was gravitating to me in the prison from New York, my mission began there. You said something earlier when we was riding over here where you said that you don't feel sorry for me in so many words. You can correct me where I'm at, but I'm just going to say it how I interpreted it. That you don't feel sorry for me in so many words, what I went through, because you believe that that was my destiny to do what I'm doing today. And I had to go through that in order to be unique Mecca audio on YouTube. Break that down in your own words so they understand that.
What I feel like is if, and I told you respectfully, is what you went through, your trials, tribulations, I wasn't there. And I know for a fact what that meant to you. Mm-hmm. But what that mean to everybody else that's watching these videos and watching you were meant to do that. You were meant to go through that. That was the cross to bear. Jesus, God put his son on the cross to bear that. And so I can't feel sorry because you helped so many others by going through what you had to go through and just doing this. Like I said, it was 1 year for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's millions of people out there, youngins, even younger than me, that watch you and see this, and it resonate with them. So you were supposed to go through that. You had to suffer. And I put the quotations on suffer because it was suffering for you, but it was so much bigger. This is gonna be what you went through. You changed laws, you changed things, you changed the fabric of the entire judicial industry, judicial system. Pardon me. Yeah. Well, it is an industry to keep it a being.
Definitely an industry.
It's an industry.
Yeah.
And somebody has to be to sacrifice in order for million. One has to die for trillions to live. And I say die in the sense of what what you had to go through. Anybody else would consider that as death.
Mhm.
Some of the stories you told me behind the scenes, that's that's death.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, right? I ain't gonna lie. Murda Mook took me over there to 117th Street in Lexington.
22nd, 122nd and Lex.
Oh, my bad. 122nd and Lex. Give them a shout out and let them know who was there and, you know, how that played out and how I got in the zone telling my little stories and wound up spending 2 hours over there just reminiscing with us just kicking it and me giving them a part that I never even gave y'all on YouTube.
Well,
But go
look,
ahead.
man, I'm I used to drink I just drink too much.
We spoke about that.
Yeah. For a year, I stopped drinking. I go get my ginger shots. And
Show them what it looked like.
yeah.
That's how they come over there on 122nd in Lexington. Go check the homies out.
Yeah.
Tell them the name of the spot so they know where to
The
find
funny
it.
shit, I don't even know the name of the spot.
Ooh, they gonna kill you tomorrow.
No, nobody gonna kill me tomorrow. I just know I know it's on 122nd and Lexington Avenue.
On the corner.
Right on the corner.
On the uptown side.
Well, it's only one side.
No, but you say the uptown because if you was driving and it had two sides, that's uptown. See,
Okay.
now I'm gonna teach him.
Teach me something.
I'm gonna teach him how we move in Harlem. Harlem moved like this back in our time, but we was gone for 30 years. We're talking about 30 years later. If you're telling somebody to meet you on 120 on let's say 8th Avenue and 100 and whatever, you'll say either the uptown side or the downtown side, which the uptown side is usually the odd numbers and the downtown side is the even numbers. So if you say meet me on the uptown side, you knew what side it was on.
Well, here we go, Unique.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lexington is only one side. It's the downtown.
No, I got
side.
you, but it. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm gunshots. I mess with this dude because he's a youngin and he's not afraid to challenge you from his knowledge. You understand? So what he's saying is right. Lexington is a one-way going uptown.
Going downtown.
Going downtown.
Going downtown.
Okay. He checking me.
You respectfully.
Right. Family, I know everything is respectfully here because that's how men do. But I want them to see how we vibe and intertwine so they don't feel no way. Right now, you're my equal. I know that I'm your big homie.
I'm not your equal.
You know what I mean?
You big homie.
Nah, but
I'm not your equal. I am not your equal, bro.
But Unique don't move like that. You a man like I'm a man, so anything I'm
We
capable.
men.
Exactly. So anything I'm capable of accomplishing, you capable of accomplishing 10 times over.
Appreciate it.
Because I got there for my generation, now I want to give you the jewels so that you could be bigger than me, so I could come to you when I need something.
Thank you.
You understand what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. It's about elevating the next man so that you have somebody to go to. I don't want to be the only one that, making money from selling keys. I want other brothers to make money from selling keys so that if I need something, I have a comrade I can go to. You know what I mean? Or a comrade that will show me his real colors and say he don't have it when he has it. And he liked the fact that I came to ask for it. But I say that to say that.
I like that.
You
real
know what I mean?
Colors, because you
talk.
I love that. I love that. Real colors, man.
No, because that's what it's about. It's not about me having it. I don't want to go to the strip club or to the bar or to the mall and I'm buying something and I'm buying you something.
Real colors, pardon me. I'm talking about real colors, man.
Break that down.
Real colors.
Break that down.
Real colors is who you really are. When I'm saying real, when he's saying, Unique saying real colors, it's not what you could portray. Like, you see, I got gray on. This is I got gray on. You see that? You see gray. He got real colors on right now. These are real colors. So when real colors is who you really are. Who you really are.
Teach me. Being
unafraid to be who you really are.
Exactly.
And some people are afraid to be who they really are, man.
Yeah, true.
I don't know how to be other than what I really am.
Mm.
And sometimes I might make a mistake in whatever category you put me in. Like if I'm a sailor, right? If I'm a sailor, I might make a mistake on the ship, right?
On the coordination.
Is that what it is?
That's a coordination following the map.
Right.
Yeah.
I may make a mistake there because I don't know. But my real colors showed that I made the mistake. It wasn't intentional. It was your real colors. Some people, they make mistakes, but they aren't mistakes.
To them.
To them.
There you go.
To
and
them.
I'm going to speak on, you're going down a nice path. That's why I like organic interviews.
To
go
them.
ahead.
Some of them make mistakes, but they aren't mistakes to them. You know, and so when you say the real colors, I appreciate that because that's who I am. That's it. And if I'm never gonna make a fatal mistake. I'm never gonna make a fatal mistake. My mistake is gonna be, oh, you don't know though. It's never gonna be. You don't know. Not because my integrity is never gonna make me make a mistake. You understand? My integrity it's always gonna show that, oh, that mistake was. Can we could talk?
Talk. We talking.
That mistake is if you didn't know how to hide something. If you didn't know how to put something away. You understand? That's gonna be my mistake. If you didn't know the mechanics of the mistake. You understand? But not the or the rules of the mistake. I'm never gonna make that mistake.
Yo, hold on. Let me see that. Yo.
I'm never gonna make that mistake.
I gotta give you gunshot.
You can't make that mistake. That mistake is death sometimes.
I'm gonna clarify that because that's what the elders do, right? So I'm gonna give you a jewel right now, right? This is what I was raised with. The key is you can't hold no man responsible for that which he don't know. If a man make a mistake from a lack of knowledge, you don't hold him to the same standard as a man that makes a mistake that has the knowledge. Meaning, if a man knows that it's wrong to sell drugs and he sells drugs, you understand what I'm saying? Then now, you know, he's violating because he's violating the laws of man that you don't poison your people or your community, right? But during my era, not to mollify means to make an excuse to justify a wrong. I'm just telling you that even though we knew that it was against the law to sell drugs, we never looked at it like it was wrong to sell drugs because we ourselves have used drugs. Some have abused drugs. I used to freebase. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to say nothing because I'm straight gangster. Like he said, this is my color. I'm black. You know what I mean? And then you got white. Like he said, you got on gray. I don't believe in gray. There is no gray area.
Gray.
There's no gray area. So
except this shit I got on.
Exactly. That's just the color.
Yeah.
And that's it. But you don't put that into the ways of life. I say that to say that I've gotten high and I've chose to get high. That was my choice. So I couldn't hold a man that was selling me the drugs responsible for selling me the drugs because it was my choice to induce the drugs. But society put it in a way to try and make you penalize the man that's trying to survive by selling the drugs. The man that sold me the drugs wasn't trying to poison me. He was trying to make $1 to feed his family. And I guess y'all will call that selfish. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're not thinking about the person you're selling it to. But I'm going to keep it 100. He said, mother F me. And when I sold drugs, I said, mother F the next person that chose to screw their life up because it's their choice. You understand where I'm coming from? So I say that to say that if you know that what you're doing is wrong and you continue to do it, now you're in violation. But if a person step on your shoes and don't realize that you'll shoot them in their face or rip their face open with a dagger or ox or whatever, you understand? And they step on your shoes, that's where you think for the next brother or you think for the dummy.
The dummy. Yeah.
You understand? Because to them, it's, oh, he stepped on my shoes. That ain't about nothing. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, yo, in my world, that is about something. And I'm ready to rip your face open because I spent my $50 on these shoes. That's all it was back then in the 70s. But right now, I spent my $300 on my Jordans. And here you go stepping all on them at the club while we waiting to see Jim Jones, Dave East, Mano, G. Dep. All of them was there last night at the concert. And the brother I was
Not
with.
G-Dep.
Yeah, G. Dep was there.
G-Dep.
G-Dep was there, brother.
Oh,
and
man.
performed twice.
G-Dep was there?
And performed. And I'm getting ready to interview G-Dep.
G-Dep was there.
And I got the video. I might show the video right now.
Oh, man. Shout out to fucking G-Dep, man.
Watch the cussing because this
sorry.
All right.
Oh, man, all right.
Yeah. He represented.
Yo, that's just what it made me do. I'm sorry, man.
But see, listen, that's why I love this brother. I don't like him. I love him because he know how to respect his elders. You understand what I'm saying? And at the same time, remain comfortable with who he is as a man. And that's what it's all about. People don't want to give the next man flowers because they think that degrade them or make them feel less of a man by telling a man that's alive that you did your thing and I look up to you, And I'm telling you as my younger, because y'all might take that, because you got the rat
I'm your
bastards.
youngin'.
I know, but you got the rat bastards, so I always got to think of them when I'm doing YouTube.
Gotta think for them.
Yeah,
correct.
Just like you think for the dummy before you put the knife in his face. You know what I mean? A dude step on your sneaker 3 times and you tap him 3 times every time he step on your sneakers at the club and you say, yo, family, you stepped on my sneakers. And he said, yeah. And you know what I mean? And he does it again. And he said, oh, my bag. And then he does it again. And then you say, yo, family, I done told you 3 times. Like, how many times do I have to tell you don't step on my sneakers? It don't matter what they cost, they're mines. And you're stepping on mines. And then he says something slick out his face. And then you wind up ripping his face open. And then they say you dead wrong. But you're not dead wrong. That's where you at. But when he tell it to his comrade, right? Check it out, Murda. When he tell it to his comrade, he gonna say, man, that old dude bugging. No, tell him. You stepped on an old dude's sneakers 3 times. He told you about it. And the 4th time you pop slick out your mouth. So you got whatever came with that. Because the 4th time when you pop slick out your mouth, that means that now you're in violation. Right or wrong?
I mean,
speak on it.
I think you've been in violation. But
you're right.
When you say,
but that's where you got to think for the crash dummy.
I understand that. And you don't crash with the crashes. I mean, you can crash with the crashes.
See, that's where you at now because you've been watching Unique Mecca Audio for a year and you're thinking on the right path, and that's where I want everyone to think. But I'm saying when
you saying that, pardon me, when you saying that, you're not just saying that to me. Believe me, you shape the way I think about things.
There you go.
You shape the way I think about things. This is like, so when you don't crash with the crashes, that come from a lot of things you said.
Because that's where I'm at 60. But when I was in my 20s, 24, 25, all the way till I got locked up at 29, you step on my sneakers. I tell you, one time you step on my sneakers, you step on the second time, I'm ripping your face open.
But you still give him a second time. So that mean it was elevation.
Exactly. So because I'm not a savage. I'm not just gonna rip your face open because you stepped on my sneakers, because I don't know why you did it. So I say, yo, excuse me, brother, you stepped on my sneakers.
Right.
Now you do it again. And if I say again, yo, family, this is the second time I told you.
But then that means also then you not paying attention to what you got going on. Like, we all here in the same conditions. We all here. So if I a lot of times people don't get one time. So
exactly.
If you respectfully gave him the one time. You give the second
Sometimes
time.
I give him 2 times. There you go.
Right. You give him the one time. Then the second time for me, then that let me know. Fuck how I excuse me. Yeah. Forget how I feel. After I told you one time, especially if we are here, then you know what mistake could get you into the predicament you in. So if you make one mistake and a person give you a chance to not make that mistake again, then I gotta feel like, you're not making a mistake no
Yeah,
more.
you're doing this intentional.
Yeah.
You know what
You,
I mean?
like
You
you
think
not,
I'm a bitch.
you're not making a mistake anymore.
Yeah,
So to give them 3 times
thank you.
is to think for them now. To feel like you thought on this second time.
There you go.
You thought on it.
Yeah,
And now
yeah.
it's something between you and me.
Yeah. Look at the
Excuse me.
camera. No, look at the camera is
Excuse
all
me.
I'm saying. You
That's-
saying some real shit.
And that's what I feel like, there's no more mistakes. There's no 3 mistakes.
Thank you.
There's no 3 mistakes.
After that, it was intentional.
Yeah.
So now you think I'm a coward. Now you think that I can't do nothing because you're stepping on my sneakers, so you fought. You know what's the crazy thing, right?
What's up?
I got into it with a dude in a joint, right? And it's
This
a
is
dude.
what I love to
Yeah,
hear.
you know what I mean? He love my dead
I'm
story.
not gonna lie, man.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I get into it with a dude in the jail that I'm real cool with, right? And I'm telling them like, yo, stop playing with me. Like, I'm starting to take what you're saying as a disrespect. And he just kept going. And I said, family, did you hear me? I'm getting ready to take it to the next level. Man, you my man, you ain't gonna go there. This is too petty. You ain't gonna take it there with us. He's telling me what I'm gonna do. And I'm telling them, like, yo, family, I feel that this warrants me stabbing you in your face. You know what I mean? Oh man, you bugging you. And he's actually I'm telling him that I'm gonna bring violence to him. And he's telling me, man, you bugging. And then when you bring the violence to him, he's laying on the ground. Because this is what he told me when we went in the hole and we talked through the vent. Because after that, we had a separate piece. That's the way the feds do it. He said, I didn't realize that you was trying to prevent the issue until I was laying on the floor, taking what I thought was my last breath, and I was counting the lights in the prison in order to keep my mind functioning so I wouldn't drift off into death. He said, it took me counting the lights to realize you were serious. I said, why is that? I asked him. I said, why is that? He said, because I wouldn't have took it to that level. I said, but that's you.
That's you.
I told you I was going to take it to that level. You didn't believe me I was going to take it to that level. So now when I take it to that level and you count the lights trying to keep your sanity, to keep your brain functioning, now you're thinking, I should have listened to Unique when he told me he was going to stab me in my face. Right there, you're supposed to either chill or pop
get
off.
busy. Right.
You know what I mean? That's it. You didn't get busy when I'm telling you that I'm ready to get busy. So now you're forcing me to show you that I'm a man of my word because I told you I was going to get busy.
And you give, and there's no passes after that because
Thank you.
You give that pass, automatically it becomes, I said this and this didn't happen.
Yo, I'm going to keep it so real, right? Because I mess with you. I'm going to keep it so real, and I know you like to get these jewels. I'm going to get these jewels to the next youngin', right? We already been up here 28. So after that, we're going to change gears. But check it out. I got hit in my head with a padlock in a sock while I'm sitting in front of the TV with these same type of headphones on, watching the new Batman movie.
You want to switch?
Nah, we good.
I bet, because ain't nobody,
Nah, we good. You know what I mean? Nah, yeah, you got your.
Believe that.
You know what I mean?
I ain't even joking.
Yeah. Nah,
even if a green monster come out of here, we go hologram him.
Nah, but the point I'm making is I deserve getting hit in the head with the lock. And that's how real men do. You understand? I'm sitting there, right? I just decided to cut my dreads. I'm already mad I'm cutting my dreads, but I was starting to get a little bald spot in the top. And there was another dude there that had a big old bald spot at the top of my old crown in my hat. And then he took all his dreads and he put it up to hide the bald spot. And every once in a while, he'll drop it. He got the dreads on his side and his bald. And I used to ride him like, yo, dude. I used to tell him, yo, dude. And he was from New York. Right? I used to tell him, yo. Yo, I'm just keeping it going. You like the Eddie prison story, so I'm gonna give you this one, right? And we already been on 30 minutes. Remember I told you right there. We went on 30 minutes. So I know, but I want to give him too much, right? But check it out. Right, so check. So I used to tease him and be like, yo, my dude, you got a sunroof on the top. You see what I mean? and you're not even leaning in the gangster lean, and you got a sunroof.
Wait. What you mean by not leaning in the gangster lean?
Because there was a song that's called, you know, you drop the sunroof on the top and you lean in your gangster lean. You ain't even got your gangster lean. You in prison and you got your sunroof out. And I rode this dude, did everything possible to try and get him to cut that little shag around the side of his head, right?
Right.
So when I started feeling a little bald spot, I mean, it might have been the size of my
you
pinky.
had your dreads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hold up. I'm even gonna show him, man.
Look, I'm trying to you know, you see me. I'm trying to figure it out up here.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Look, I'm gonna bring it up close. This was me with the dreads. This when I first started. It's not even my real, you know, how long they got. But that's me with the dreads. But I started feeling a little bald spot the size of the tip of my pinky. And I said, damn, I've been riding this dude about his sunroof, not leaning in the gangster lean. And yeah, I got to get rid of this joint. So I decided to cut it, right? Because my mama said, yo, when you come over here, I'm not trying
Shout
to see
out to
you.
Mom Duke.
Big shout out to Mom
I
Duke.
want to speak to you about that a little. Please.
But check. Mom Duke's on Jamaica, right? So I chat to Jamaica knows her, understand what I'm talking about. Big shout out to Maman Berg on them that me I talk to, Jimmy Fingers on them, right? And Big Knot, you know, Palmer, you know. No, check. My mom or Jamaica, you understand? So my mother said, baby, I haven't seen you in 18 years. When I see you, I haven't seen my mother in 18 years when I was in the feds because they was chasing her down, trying to get a house from her that I allegedly bought for, that the rat bastard told the feds about, but he didn't tell the feds about the house I bought for his mama to keep his mama house, but try to get my mama house taken. So moms had to run to a couple of states to hide out so that they wouldn't catch her to try and bring on the indictment. But, you know, mom said, I haven't seen you in 18 years. And when I see you, I don't want to see you with those dreads because I don't want to remember you what you was like when you moved around as a roster as a kid. So I'm respectfully asking you to cut your dreads. Where that picture with me and Team? This is one of the pictures how my dreads got longer.
Team, bro.
You know what I mean?
You hear me? Rest in peace, Team.
That's me and the homie Team. That's how long my dreads got, way down my back, right?
Yeah.
So mom's made me cut it, and I felt a little bald spot the size of the tip of my pinky, and you know, they cutting my joint, and I'm already mad they cutting it. I was told from my roster comrades that raised me that you ain't supposed to cut your dreads because that's like Samson and Delilah. That's your strength. So I was already vexed that I'm cutting it. And while dude cut my hair in the day room in Atwater USP back in like 2009, you know, this is after the cop got killed. You know, I'll tell you about that later.
And you had no clue you was coming home at that time.
No clue.
Yeah.
But they cut my hair, and the dude is laughing. My man, he was teaching me, this kid was 2010, early 2010. He was teaching me about the Facebook. I just got on Facebook. My Facebook account was created in 2010 at this same time, and this the young man from Ohio. Big shout out to him for hitting me in the head with a lot. You know, that's how I realized I'm giving him a shout out for hitting me in the head with a lock because I deserved it. You know, but that's how real it is. When you know you make a mistake, you stand on it. But while they cutting my hair, he's standing over me and he's making jokes that, oh man, you got a bald spot that joint. I can't believe you got a bald. And he's telling, and I'm already in my feelings, I'm cutting it. I'm in my feelings, I got a bald spot, and I'm telling, yo, chill out, family, you know. And he kept snapping and snapping, but then he had these big buck teeth, right, that stuck way over his lip. I mean, really abnormal, like a chipmunk. So I said, yo, you know, I'm gonna keep it 100, you know, and this way I deserve to get busted in the head with the Lock family. This how real it is that I'm gonna give you. I looked at him and I got real close to his face where he could smell my nasty prison breath. And I said, it wouldn't be so funny, right, if a nigga was to rub his dick around your big ass gums and your buck teeth.
Oh, man.
Right there, he should have killed me. So I'm lucky I just got hit in the head with a lot.
Man.
Right or wrong, talk to him.
Yeah,
that's how real this is.
Yeah,
talk to him.
For sure. Before the ick came out. Before the ick came out, to rub my dick, like it should have happened right then and there.
Thank you. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Hey, yo. So listen, right? So this kid,
I
go
told
ahead.
you, I was learned that from growing up from the yard.
And that's the point I'm making. I knew better. That's why I said big shout out to the hit me here with the lock.
I seen people. I ain't gonna shout him out because I don't know him. That's your story. But
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, I seen people laid out just because of one word.
Yeah.
One word. One word. I see people laid out because of that word. You know what I'm saying? Because of that word. You know what I mean? And so, like, what? And this was 2009?
2010 to be exact. Early 2010. Yeah.
Bless you. You know why?
Yeah.
Because in 94, he would have been dead.
Oh, you already know. You already know. But
He
check
would
it
have
out.
been dead in 94.
Check it out, right? Because I'm riding, because I got Murda Mook here, and he loved to hear the stories, and he respect them, and now to put them in his own category,
all of that.
so that he can shape his life in a better way. And I hope y'all doing the same with this story. I don't
Please.
just tell about how I did this, how I did that. I'm not no biggest gangster. I got busted in the head with a lock. And every time I say busted in the head with a lock, I got to say round of applause to the dude that bust me in the head with a lock.
Yo, no stars. Listen,
You know what I mean?
you ain't been in nothing if you ain't been in nothing.
You know what I mean?
You ain't been in nothing if you ain't been in nothing.
All right? But check it out how I played it. I'm going to give him this story.
Except dirt. Even that, though.
You know what I mean? And we all came from the dirt. Right?
Yeah, you a sharp individual, bro.
Come on, man.
You a sharp individual, man.
But listen, right? So check it out, right? So when I told him that, right, everybody started cracking up laughing. He stopped the joke telling, and he walked away with his, head held low, because I done dissed him. But this a dude that I dealt with every day, and he was a younger kid, because I tried to deal with the younger dudes to learn about the technology that was going out there. So he's teaching me about Facebook. I just got on MySpace. And y'all remember MySpace? Big round of applause to MySpace.
You know, niggas, excuse me saying that word, but I'm not going. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of buttons in front of you.
Yeah.
I see screen. I see the panoramic screen. I see a lot of things in front of you.
Yeah.
Who's to know that him teaching you about Facebook
would go lead to this?
Would lead to, like, who's to know?
And that's why I give him a round of applause, because, like I said, and I'm even going to say it publicly, if you watching, I don't have a problem saying your name, you know what I mean? But I don't want to say your name because I ain't no rat bastard. And I don't know how you feel about it, but if you want to come forward, you could come on the show and tell them about how you bust me in the head with a lock. You know what I mean? But now, let me tell you how it played out. So after I did that, he left, and he was a younger kid, so he was around me to learn the game, and I was around him to learn the game on the social media and what I missed out in the world, right? So we both learning from each other. You understand? But he didn't know that in our world, when a man tell you to stop, you stop. You understand what I'm saying? So he didn't know that when a man, mentioned, like you said, the ick, you know what I mean? He was supposed to get bossed. So he let it slide, and he walked away, and being that everybody in the jail was talking about it, they say, man, you disrespected the young and da-da-da. So he went to the couple of old heads, and they said, yo, you can't let him get away with that, man. That's penitentiary rules. A nigga even mentioned that out his mouth.
Watch
you gotta,
go ahead. Watch the word.
There you go.
Got it. All right.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I could be checked too. But check it out, right? So he went to a couple of different dudes, and and they
I'm just saying. Remember, it was 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
forget the time.
I know it was 12:34, and now it's 1:23. He's real spiritual with the numbers. That's what he showed me. That's what time it is. 1:23 in the morning.
That's always what time it is.
And I'm gonna put this up tomorrow so that y'all can see me and Murda Mook for the intro. But check it out though, right? So he went to some of his comrades, and his comrades let him know that you violated when he told you to stop and you didn't stop. But he super violated when he mentioned the D involved in anything. You understand? So you gotta get your get back. You understand? But the way the penitentiary run, is his big homie, right? Because he was a vice lord, I think. His big homie was in the yard, and me and his big homie talked, and I told him what it was, And I was ready to go put the knife in him before he came and put the knife in me, because that's what penitentiary rules dictate. But his big homie gave me his word that that was a little homie. He violated. I know you violated as well. But, you know, I talked to him. He gonna leave it alone. You gonna leave it alone. And that's it. And when a man give you his word, you stand on it. And if he don't, then you punish him. And that's where death come into play. Not fighting, just so you understand. So that night I go in and the new Batman movie was on. I pull my chair up. I got another chair in front of me. I got my legs kicked up and I got my headphones on after I just invited a man to private parts disrespecting him in the prison. And while I'm sitting there and watching this joint, just when it got ready to come on, right before the movie, as soon as they called the movie, the police stepped off. All I heard was boom. I said, "Oh shit, what happened? Who fighting?" And I'm jumping around looking, and then I see the dude dancing with a socket a lock in front of me. I'm like, "Oh shit, I got hit." I didn't even know I got hit because I had the loud headphones on, and all I heard was the boom from when he hit me, the echo in my head, and I jumped up thinking someone fighting because my adrenaline was flowing that I didn't even feel it. You understand? And the crazy part is when he hit me with the joint and hit me from behind. And the joint spun around and hit me on my nose. Luckily, I got a big nose. When he hit me on my nose, right? Shout out to the big nose.
Shout out to us.
Right? No, but check. When he hit me in my nose, it went up like this and it split this whole piece in the middle, separated from my lip, where when the doctor touched it, you could see clear into damn near my brains. You understand what I'm saying? And I looking in the mirror like, I'm gonna kill this here.
Right.
That's all I'm thinking while I'm looking at this doctor playing with it, seeing how he gonna stitch it, and then he trying to line it down and stitch it right. Luckily, they got good doctors out in Atwater. Round of applause to the doctors.
Shout out to the doctors.
Shout out to the doctors. You know what I mean? Big shout out to the doctors. Just like when I got cut in Lompoc. Big shout out to the doctors in Lompoc. They stitched me up 30 stitches, 5 on the white meat and 5 on the brown meat. You know what I mean? Big shout out to the penitentiary
Dirty water.
doctors.
Shout out to dirty water.
Just so y'all know, Lompoc means dirty water. They used to sell 64-ounce bottles of water for 10 cents a piece on the commissary because you had to use the water from the commissary to brush your teeth because the water from the faucet will rot your teeth quicker than yours. I know a dude that died from drinking that dirty water.
Oh, man.
Name was Bolo. Big rest in peace to Bolo.
Rest in peace to him.
Big shout out. You know, Native American brother, we just call them Indians. You know what I mean? It's not a disrespect. The same way, you know, we say the white boys, it's not a disrespect. But, you know, I say from YouTube, there you go. They call them natives. You know, they, you know, and then, you know, the white dudes is broken up. We call them, as blacks, we call them Europeans because we know they're from Europe, but they labeled as like skinheads, you know. What's the other one? DWB, which means dirty white boys.
Not because of wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Do all of those are so? I mean, racist is a term where you love your race, right? But when people say when you say the skinheads and everything, the racists and everything, are them guys that racist where they don't even speak to black people, or because to people outside? It's like, yo, they don't even speak to black people. They don't even care. Is it that deep, or do they have rapport with us? And it's just they love their race, and it's just their thing.
Man, you're a real intelligent dude. And that was an excellent question, man, that I could break down for YouTube so you understand. The white dudes, right, in the prison, I met a brother named Vern, I think from Sacramento when I was in ADX in 96. I only had maybe 18 months in it at the time. Right? I had 3 years. I got locked up 93. I met him in 90, when I meet not 95. I met Vern in 96. When I met Vern, Vern's told me straight up, and what's his name? Silverstein. You know what I mean? No, Barry Mills, my bad. When I met Barry Mills, he was in ADX with me and Vern. Barry Mills, look him up. Barry Mills. Yo, No, yo,
Honor
he's
my
the one.
pops, man.
Yeah, but look,
Brother
Barry
God.
Mills is the one that he killed a dude named Cadillac, and rumor is he ripped his heart out and walked around with his heart showing it to the other brothers
Mm,
in the cell. Was trying to disrespect
mm,
the blacks up there,
mm.
but he was bloodthirsty. Rest in peace to him. He died too. You know what I mean? I just said that rest in peace to him because he ain't tell it. No matter what race he is, if you ain't a rat bastard, you part of the struggle.
For sure.
But to answer your question, Vern is the first one to tell me, and then Barry Mills. They said New York. That's what they called me then. They said New York. We not prejudiced, and we not racist. We just believe in white pride. The same way you believe in black pride, we believe in white pride. We believe that our race is the superior race, and that's why we worship Hitler. He said the same way you believe that your race is the superior race. And we was able to communicate and have a respectful rapport. But when it came to like eating from a black person, they don't do that.
Mm.
When it come to, you know, even buying from a black store in the prison, they're not allowed to do that. Some sneak and do it with slide you the stamps on the low. Dude might come at you and say, here go 10 stamps. I need you to get me 2 honey buns, 2 chips, and a soda. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
you slide and get it and you put it on the table. You know what I mean? And then they go pick it up because they don't want their comrades to see that they buying from a black person. And that's the currency in prison. They don't want the comrades to see that they buying from a black person. You understand what I'm saying, family?
I hear you 100%.
Okay. So now, once he told me that, I understood it and I understood him and where he was coming from because that's what it's all about. It's all about respecting each other's beliefs and their ways. You don't have to agree with them. I don't agree that they're the superior race and they don't believe that I'm the superior race. But as long as I know that they believe they're the superior race and they know that I believe I'm the superior race, now we got an understanding
Understanding.
of who we are. And that's why, my brother, that's why these gunshots come into play. The gunshots come into play because I don't respect a rat. Let's get that straight.
Nope.
But
I
yeah,
ain't gonna say nobody do.
but I don't come on here and disrespect the rats. You understand? Dudes that snitch, whatever
Mm.
title you want to put on it. But
We
when
don't respect the rats. Though.
okay, but if a rat tell me straight up, man, I couldn't take the heat, so I got out the kitchen and I jumped in bed with the devil. Now I know how to deal with him, whether I choose to stay away from him or not. But the ones that come around you and say, man, I never tell, and the whole time they done got 100 dudes locked up.
Gone.
You understand what I'm saying?
Gone.
That's what I consider a rat bastard at Unique Mecca Audio. If you told, just say, yo, I told we move forward. Because, and I'm gonna say this, right, on the record with you here, right? Because me and Lou been talking about it, right? Um, I did an interview with Ali Adams, and they been, Zoe, and I was locked up with him. He was official in the joint and all that, and they sent me a few different paperwork on him that they said that he was telling and so,
Mm-hmm.
and I confronted him about it, and he explained it to me, where that came from, and I said, well, you need to get on the platform and explain it to the people because I don't bring rat bastards on.
At all, we don't.
So either you told or you didn't tell. You know what I mean? So you need to address this issue, being that you saying that you didn't tell. So I'm waiting on Ali to come up here. But what I know
Was that
is
before?
a man.
That was before the interview you did with him.
No, I found that out after the interview.
No, I'm saying he was on before, and then after you found out.
Yeah, then people sent me paper because I asked them to send me the paperwork because people were saying that he wasn't right. So I said, send me the paperwork, and they sent me the paperwork that don't look good. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of me just judging it on the paperwork, when I got access to him, I said I'm gonna give him a chance to clarify this himself.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I saw the interview. I saw the interview. I saw the interview. I was digging dude.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But if he's not right, I can't have him on the channel and portray him as a man. And then he gave our comrade Lou Sims such great flowers. So of course Lou Sims is of concerned about that because we don't do those type of things. Let us know where you stand is all we saying. then we know how to deal with you accordingly. That's like, you move in an apartment and a rodent run across your floor, you don't know what it is, you know what I mean? But it's running out and it's telling you that, oh no, I'm all right. I get the little crumbs you drop on the floor and I keep your kitchen clean. You know what I mean? Not telling you that he's a rat.
Yeah, exactly.
And he'll eat your ass if he get hungry
Did
enough.
you reach out?
You know what I mean? I reached out to him, and I'm waiting on him to reach back to me. But I'm not going to come up here and run with paperwork and do all that, because we don't do that, because I got access to him so he could come up here and defend it himself. Right or wrong, family?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is that the best way to deal with that, in your opinion?
No, that is, listen, that is the most extreme way you can deal with it, especially here.
You know what I mean?
That's the most extreme way you could. I've seen,
during the interview, I said.
All right, right. During the interview, I seen some things I'm digging, dude. So, and then I seen other guys disputing.
Thank you.
So it's not 30 days, but still and off. Let us know what's happening here.
Yeah, let us know who you are so we know how to move forward and proceed with you.
Let us know what's happening here. And what I get from looking at them. But a lot of times when you look at them, it could be different. So the only thing that's going to stand is the black and the white.
Exactly.
That's the only thing that's going to stand. And it's none of this, the gray.
Thank you.
It's none of the gray. And that's, the bottom line. So I just hope whatever happens, it clears up. Either way it go, we going to know which way it is.
And I'm going to bring you the real, whether it is or it ain't, because I'm not going to sit here and put something out that ain't right, somebody that ain't right, and sit here and stamp them that they right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm going to give him a chance to answer himself this paperwork, and I reached out to him. So if y'all see him, talk to him, you let him know as well, because I also reached out to him, and that's what it is. Right or wrong, family?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's all you could do.
Yeah.
That's all you could do. And you have the horse in the race is the real one, obviously. But y'all have from what my understanding is, and this is, I'm a youngin', so I'm only looking from the outside looking in. But the rapport y'all have, he stood up from what you came down there and stood up for, and what stood up for you. From the lineage, he was in the lineage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this happening, it happens. We know this happens. Shout out my stepfather, P.O.P., infamous P.O.P. from Brownsville. Shout out 380. Shout out Cole. I was raised correctly. All I can say is we just clear it up.
Thank you. Yeah, man.
Just clear it up.
And that's all I'm saying. I'm giving him a chance to clear it up instead of me running on, they sent me the paperwork, you and this, you and that. No, I'm going to let you come up here and I'm going to tell you in your face.
It get tricky. It get tricky.
There you go.
It get tricky, but we know the rules is that.
There you go.
We know that's the rules.
But this one here, we already been on here an hour, 53 minutes. So, give you a shout out, and then we're going to start the next joint real quick. Give you a shout out, family.
Shout out to Unique Mecca Audio.
All right.
Real rap. Yes, sir.
I got a chance. Hold on. I got a chance to talk to his father today, and I ain't talked to him in over 30 years.
Yeah.
And that was an honor to talk to his father, man, because we all go back. You know what I mean? And, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
You already know how we do, man.
You know it.
And my son was supposed to be here today to meet him because him and his man Kev, they're big supporters of your rap movement.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah. Big salute.
Salute. Easy. You know that. Yes, sir.
Hey, so we're going to tap out with this one, and we're going to get into his battle rap. But I'm going to air this first thing in the morning because this is nice and clean. You know what I mean? Where I ain't going to have no problems with it. So make sure you cop my man Lou Sims' book. Let's keep this thing moving.
Shout out to Lou. Yo, I want to say one thing, right?
Yeah.
With Lou, right?
Yeah.
Lou is a funny dude.
What?
Like he's a funny guy. Like his joke is hilarious. Shout out to Lou. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when I was young, growing up, of course, shout out my cousin Jim Ice.
Big shout out, Jim.
It's a lot of, you know,
Stat
connections.
Yeah, Hannibal.
It's
You know
a
what I
lot
mean?
of connections.
Edie, I
But
mean.
like when I met him, and Dame, shout out to Dame. Shout out to Dame Dash. It's a, you know, I spoke to Lou a couple times on the phone when he was still in and he about to come out. But like from Harlem, all of them stories you hear about the aggressive monster, it's like, all right, cool. People did what they had to do. But we really like fun. We like to joke. We talk shit. We tell, like, Lou, really, really good dude, man. Really good dude, man. I'm not gonna hold you. I love fun, man. I love fun.
And that's all he do is tell jokes. He still tell me I owe him $500
I
for
love
92.
fun, man. I love fun.
Lou,
man.
I don't owe you nothing. Stop it. I don't owe you $500. I made told Murda Mook. You told me I owe you $500 from the chain. Stop it, Louis. Louis, stop it.
Hey, Nico, I don't know. Yo, love you, man. Love all my OGs, bro.
You know?
This is my OGs, man.
All right, and we're going to pick up talking about Lou with this bull crap because he think that I owe him $500, man. All right, so yo, hit the QR code, cop my man Lou Sims' book, man. All right, and subscribe at Mecca Audio TV, Unique Mecca Audio Prison Stories, and Unique Mecca Audio. Let's keep it moving. Hit the notification bell. All right.
Cheers. Toast the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can get back to the